one of the oldest civilizations of the world. More than 30 languages, more than 18 religions, more than 100 festivals in a year.
Vibrant and diverse, my incredible India.
India has 30 World Heritage Architecture sites and more than 120 historical monuments which are more than 1000 years old. The sculptures and architecture of India make it a unique country.
I would like to include the architecture of India in time capsule to demonstrate the legacy of my country.
Where one side of Indian architecture has magnificent forts and palaces, which are symbol of power, strength, and monopoly, on the other side there are temples, stupas, and mausoleum, which shows the significance of love, patience, and abstinence in the Indian culture. Taj Mahal, one of the wonders of the world, which is a symbol of love, built by Shah Jahan in memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. It is the biggest and the most beautiful grave in the world. It took 21 years and more than 20,000 artisans to build it. A perfect symmetrical building with an emphasis of bilateral symmetry along a central axis on which the main features are placed. The building material used is brick and lime mortar with red sandstone and marble, and the inlay work of precious and semi-precious stones. The Taj Mahal has many shades. It's pinkish in the morning, milky white in the evening, and golden when the moon shines. Qutub Minar. It's a soaring 73-meter high tower, and it's the world's tallest brick minaret. It was built in 1193 by Qutbuddin Aibak. The tower has 5 distinct stories, each marked by a projecting balcony, and tapers from a 15-meter diameter at the base to just 2.5 meters at the top. Agra Fort. It was built between 1665 and 1671 AD. It is a fine example of fusion architecture, featuring local and Persian style elements. The red, 20 meters high walls of the citadel hide impressive white marble palaces that stand as proof of the power and riches of the Mughals. Mehrangarh Fort. Built in 1459, it perched on a steep hill 400 feet above the neighboring Jodhpur. Red Fort. Built in 1638 AD by Shah Jahan. Red Fort is made of red sandstone and marble. It is in Delhi. Golden Temple. It is famous in the world for its real gold coating. Yes, its walls and ceiling are covered with real gold. Kanchipuram Temples. There are more than 120 ancient temples in and around Kanchipuram, which date back from 8th century, and it has thousands of sculptures of Hindu deities. Akshardham Temple, the biggest and the most recent Hindu temple in the world. It has no support from steel or concrete. More than 2 million visitors every month. Lotus Temple. It was built in 1986 and the very famous as it attracts more than 8,000 visitors every day. Its special lotus-shaped structure is composed of 27 freestanding marble-clad petals. It has won many international awards for unique architecture. Sanchi Stupa. It is the oldest stone structure in India and was originally commissioned by the Emperor Ashoka the Great in the 3rd century BC. It has a hemispherical brick structure built over the relics of the Buddha. Ajanta and Ellora Caves. These temples are about 60 rock-cut Buddhist cave monuments, which date back from 2nd century BC to about 650 BC.
Where one side of Indian architecture shows abstinence and sacred religious practices, the other side will surprise you.
Khajuraho Caves. These are the temples of Khajuraho, which are famous for their erotic sculptures and were built between 950 and 1150 AD. Dholavira. The oldest architecture remains of the Harappan civilization, which date back from 3300 BC. The water channels and massive reservoirs, made completely of stone, are perhaps the earliest found anywhere in the world.
Visit India and experience the unity in diversity.